Hello and happy Sunday, everyone. To all my Canadian friends, myself included, of course, happy Thanksgiving. How are we all doing today? Getting my Santa beard ready by the looks of it, but that's something else. Today, my sweet tooth hit like no one's business. It's been bugging me for a few days, but today I woke up this morning and I knew exactly what I was making. So I went out, I did some shopping, and I got some stuff for a pie I've made a few times and freaks everybody out after I've told them what they ate. So, without telling you too much, although the title of this will tell you, just some of the basic ingredients we have is a pre-prepared graham cracker crust, 16 ounces of chocolate chips. I'm using semi-sweet because I like that. Tablespoon of sugar. We're going to use 1/3 of a cup of freshly brewed strong coffee. If you want a more adult style dessert, you can add a coffee liqueur. I've done this with a little bit of Jack Daniels in it. It was really nice, a little change. But you can use any liqueur that you'd like. If you want to make this a grasshopper style, add a shot of creme de menthe. It'll work. Here comes the surprising ingredient. We have 1 pound of what is known as silken tofu. Sorry, I'm just looking out my window. I thought somebody was here. You don't want to use firm tofu or soft tofu. It has to be marked silken tofu. A lot of the times this is unrefrigerated, just in where the health food stuff is. Sometimes it comes flavored. If you want to use that, go ahead. I was just lucky enough to find plain, unflavored silken tofu. This is what's great. This recipe requires basically no cooking. We have to melt up some chocolate. I say we need 16 ounces. Now, sorry, bags here in Canada are in grams, and they don't make, no matter how you buy the bags, it doesn't equal 16 ounces. So it's a little bit more. This is 20 ounces. But since when has a little bit extra chocolate ever hurt anybody? I know I'm not going to complain. These bags are like childproof, you would think. You'd think they're trying to keep kids or people out of these. But we do have scissors nearby, which I always forget about. Now, to melt chocolate, I want to get rid of that. To melt chocolate, a few ways of doing it. You can do it over some hot water. I'm not a fan of that just because if any of that water gets into the chocolate, it'll seize up, it'll be a total mess, and it'll take so much work to recover it, you won't want to try. If you have a slow cooker, that's a really good way of melting chocolate, but it does take some time. I'm just melting this. I'm not trying to temper it. I don't want it to re-solidify. I just want it melted. So what I'm going to do is use the good old microwave. What you do want to do, though, is only like 30-second blasts. Take it out, give it a stir, put it back in till it's about 3/4 melted. Then the heat from that will continue melting it. Just keep stirring it, and away you go. What I am going to do, though, for those who don't know, this is what's called a French press. A very basic coffee machine. Makes incredible coffee. And you can make it as strong or as weak as you want by how long you let the ground sit there. Mine have been sitting there for about 5 minutes. This is going to be strong. And all you do is, once it is sat for a while, you slowly put the plunger down. Well, that's it. So on mine, it has a little arrow where to pour. So I'm going to add about 1/3 of a cup, a little more. I'm going to get out a spoon, and already that hot coffee, because that coffee was, I just made it, is already starting to melt this chocolate. I'm trying to be careful not to spill anything, but you can sort of see there. In fact, that coffee might have been hot enough to melt everything already. So just give this the time it needs. When you're melting chocolate, don't rush it, because scorched or burnt chocolate tastes disgusting. And the one time a friend of mine made this, she put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and it was just a smoldering mess. She didn't even bother cleaning her pot out, anything. She just chucked it in the garbage, because you're never going to clean it properly. This has actually done a really good job of melting a lot of the chocolate, like more than half of it. But what we are going to do, just put that there. We are just going to give this a quick little blast in the microwave, so be right back. So we are back. We have our melted chocolate, and we'll just give you, making everyone sick, we have our overhead view of the melted chocolate. So sorry about this, my camera is slipping. It's being stubborn on me today. So this took 30 seconds more. So between the heat of the coffee and the 30 seconds in the microwave, this is all now nice and melted and smooth. So as I said, this is really a no cook. That was the cooking, unless you count brewing coffee cooking. The next thing you need is your blender. Yep. And like I said, you can't get really an easier recipe, because, well, this is how simple it is. You take your blender, you dump your 1 block of tofu in. You're going to need a spatula here. It is chocolate. You don't want to go to waste. I love using the bittersweet chocolate. It just has a little bit more depth to it. I'm going to pour the chocolate mixture that has the coffee in it into our blender. Trying to scrape up all that chocolate, because chocolate is just too good to go to waste. Love chocolate. I think that's why this is one of my favorite desserts. And what's great is you don't have to feel guilty at all about eating this, because of the silken tofu. It's got all your protein, all your amino acids. It's pushing it to its limits. This is health food. 1 tablespoon of sugar. If you want, you can add some vanilla, and normally I would, but right now I'm just out. This is going to get really loud for a sec, so we will mute the sound or do something during this. You want to liquefy this. So if your blender has a liquefy setting, great, use it. You want to do it till it's nice and smooth and everything is incorporated. If you only have high and low, put it on high and just do it in bursts. So sorry for the noise for right now, but we'll do what we can to get rid of that. about halfway through. It's only been mixing for 15 seconds or so. I just want to take my spatula, just give it a stir, try and get some of that chocolate off the sides. Whoops. Now, if you have a swirl, meaning, if you have a swirl, meaning there's some of the chocolate that just hasn't blended in, don't worry about it. Tell them you made a chocolate swirl mousse cake or something. But be creative, have fun. It's your kitchen. You make the rules. Just going to give this another last little blast. There we are. Not hard. And then this, you just pour into this. So you can pour it in however you want, by the way. I just tend to pour in circles. For some reason, I think it comes out even that way. And, well, taste it. So, give that a few taps. We have our, I can't tilt this right now because it is a bit loose, but what we do have to do is this has to go in the fridge. And you would have thought I'd made space in the fridge before I thought of doing this. That's it. It's done. 2 hours in the fridge to cool and set. You want that tofu to re-solidify a bit. The chocolate will harden somewhat. But that's it. You see, I keep going to taste this. And when you look, it just looks like chocolate pie filling. What's even better is you never know. I never tell anyone this is a tofu pie. I just tell them it's chocolate pie. And then when they eat it, I tell them it's tofu, and they all freak out. And then they all ask for more. And then they ask for the recipe. So that's how simple and good this is. I know a lot of people hate blenders, and I don't blame them. You can do it with your food processor. It takes a little bit longer, but the easiest way to clean these is to let this do the work for you. Put some water in there, splash of soap, put it back on your blender, and fire it up. I had to get chocolate off my hands. So there we go. A super easy, incredibly rich and decadent chocolate pie. Chocolate cream pie if you like. And that's it. What we're going to do is we're going to let that sit in the fridge for, like I say, at least 2 hours. If you can leave it longer, the better. But minimum 2 hours. You want it nice and firm. While that's going, I'm going to clean up a bit. We're going to change some stations. And being Thanksgiving, what's Thanksgiving without a lot of desserts, at least in Canada? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready and maybe I'll make something else. I don't know. I know I'm making it. The question is, do I tape it? So we'll see you all in about 2 hours. So I'm sorry about the angles, but there we go. We have a gorgeous chocolate cream pie. All I want to do to finish this up is just using a little microplane and some dark chocolate. Just put, because we can never have enough chocolate, right? And there we go. We have our chocolate tofu pie. Everyone freaks when I say that. Get a plate out. Now this is going to be a little bit hard to serve because I don't have a pie spatula. So we'll do what we can. Show you a nice piece of this. Or try to. Come on. When I was out today, I should have got a pie spatula. Didn't think of it. There we go. I think that's free now. This is part of the reason I'm not a big pie person, because I hate getting that first piece out. Because it always butchers it. So, from the side there, you would never guess that that is a chocolate tofu pie. And a little bit of dark chocolate on it. If you want, you know me, I'm not for garnish. If you really want, just stick couple of little raspberries or something on top, and the main part. All you taste is chocolate. No one in a million years will ever guess that is tofu and chocolate. This is just pure heaven. Put that down before I finish it off. Bean tofu, like I say, it's a complete protein, all your amino acids. I'm pushing it, saying it's a health food, but if you're gonna have a dessert, can you think of one that's better for you? Chocolate's so rich, I feel like it's still there. It was so good. So there we are. A simple, quick 10-minute to put together, a couple of hours in the fridge just to chill. And you're done. If you want, top it with some whipped cream. I just like the chocolate. I just want to keep it simple. And there we go. So please, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. It should be up there. Might be over there, but it should be up there. And hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this. If there's something you would like to see me try, tell me. I would love to try cooking anything for you. So until next time, my name is Andrew. I am the 5 p.m. chef. Time to get another video started, I think. So until then, have a great day and a happy Thanksgiving.